and Falcated at one point when I think that was the Mountain Dew tournament, but a tournament nonetheless in the offseason. These boys are putting in the work, which I assumed meant going into today, especially with the success they had last year, they were going to potentially win their pools. Now on the verge of getting eliminated and sent packing before Champ Bracket starts. This is something nobody could have predicted.
I mean, did they not come into the tournament with 3rd seed? I mean, they played in the qualifier, they finished 3rd. I mean, but I talked about this yesterday too when somebody asked me, but like, what's going on with Sentinels? The reality is this game is very finicky at times. It's very easy for a talented squad to catch fire and go on a run. We saw that with Proton when they went against Sentinels. Proton, a hell of a squad. The only other team Sentinels lost to was Shopify Rebellion. I mean, honestly, 2 teams that should be making top 8. They're very good teams. Yeah. And it's not hard to lose a best of 5 against those squads. Now, we do have a higher standard for Sentinels. We're used to seeing them being the ones that ice up. But to me, it's really not that far-fetched to randomly lose a couple of Game 5s at this stage of Halo Infinite where it's extremely competitive.
Absolutely. And I think maybe if we had to find some reasoning for why Sentinels came out a little flat. Now, with how many off-season tournaments we had LVT hosting tournaments, HCS hosting global and regional tournaments. It really felt like we've seen a lot of Bandit Evo in competition, but this is the first time we're seeing the Bandit Evo on LAN. And I have to imagine, not saying that Sentinels are missing their shot, but there's a different timing and pacing going from the battle rifle to the DMR, the Bandit, and especially so when it comes to LAN. How do you think that thought might play into what's taking place here with Sentinels and them fighting for their lives?
I mean, the reality is, when you go from online to LAN, there's a speed adjustment that you have to make, right? Like, what makes pro players is their innate understanding of their own limits. Exactly how long can they survive within a fight before they have to back out of it to maintain their life? That time frame is different between online and LAN. You're going to die a bit faster. Players are hitting their shots harder across the map, so
with the use of that battle rifle as we switch gears here, our main matchup of the slot of the series number 2 here on the day, taking things with the C stream. Sentinels versus Cloud9, and Cloud9, before we even finish the introduction, already going to reach the 30-second checkpoint. This is not good, Eli. That was my main question. How's Sentinels going to look off the start? I think how they start could be a reflection of how they might finish, and this is not good. Cloud9 are rolling up 35 already. There's not even 35 seconds off the clock.
Sparty is the only player on Sentinels that has a kill. Finally, bubu dubu joining the club. Got to get on the board here. Very easy to kind of steamroll at the beginning of this map sometimes, though. If the opening strat is flawless, as it must have been, that means you're getting the shotgun, you're getting the repulse, you're getting the camo, the stalker. They've got everything, and Sentinels is spiraling. They're not finding an answer.
Oddball, in my eyes, Eli, is the game mode that signifies the best representation of teamwork, cohesion, communication, chemistry, and right now, Sentinels have none of it. No time on the board as well. 69-0 as Cloud9 finally go down, but it looks like they're going to rotate it now to Cafe. Sentinels in a blender to start day 2.
Sentinels must win this series or they will fall in top 16 and not even be a part of championship bracket.
No. Hearing you say that out loud just gave me goosebumps. There's no way nobody had Sentinels top 16 in their predictions. This is ridiculous, but this is why we play the game on LAN. This is why we play it on the sticks. Cloud9 are about to skunk Sentinels to start the day.
If you're on the side of Sentinels, if you're Chig in the comms, you have to bring some life to this squad.
Yes.
Have them remember your training, Padawan.
Yes.
You know, like, they have been preparing. They're one of the most prepared squads. They've been scrimming every single day. Why are they not able to put it together yet? This tournament, we'll have to see. Suddenly, they have life. But this round, they're going to have to play perfect throughout the rest of it to get the first round 1 win.
Is it too little too late? Have Sentinels lost the plot early? 90-0 start for Cloud9, but Sentinels, a little bit of time here. Needing to earn some slays, though, as Sparty looking to lock down the tram side. 2 go down for Cloud9. And if not for Rammyy, it's a double kill on the Commando. It looked like Cloud9 we're going to go all 4 down, but Rammyy, a little hero play, gets the double kill. And it's going to make this hold a little bit more difficult than it should have been for Sparty.
I actually like this play from Sparty. He knows Rammy's lurking, but he also just says, all right, I'll just get the ball and chuck it towards my teammates spawning at A. Doesn't matter if Rammy's lurking in the shadows if we just take the ball somewhere else. Rammyy does end up getting that kill, but it's not going to lead to the round 1 win just yet. Ball has been rotated. If they can get a round of slays here, Sentinels could potentially get that C set up again, but members falling left and right, and Bubu, the last guy in position to stop this ball carry. He's probably going to take the ball to safety, and well-played sequence there from Sentinels. I liked what I saw there.
Cloud9 cannot pull a business up 4-1 and sit on that lead. They cannot think that this one's over because Sentinels are now within 1 minute, 1 or 2 good holds, just like that. Sentinels have life, and they have the skills, the talent, the teamwork. They have everything they need to win this game and this series, as they've cut this lead in half. Cloud9 with 1 push to potentially hold on to a 45-second lead, but if not, Sentinels are going to inch closer and closer to coming back.
It's almost like the curse of it feeling a little bit too easy right now for Cloud9 is they got 90 uncontested, and now they're just maybe going a little bit too fast to try to close it out. Looks like they were able to secure 3 kills, though. Finally, this push does work. Only 43 seconds on the board for Sentinels, and if they can hold off 1 more round of slays, Cloud9 will secure round 1.
Tusk with the time, with the oddball, and it looks like Cloud9 will, in fact, win round 1. And it's miraculous even that there was a close round after the start we saw from Sentinels. Goose eggs through 2 to 3 minutes for more than half the team. Hey, these are just shocking words coming out of my mouth, and what I'm hearing from Eli the Ninja, I cannot believe what we're witnessing here from Sentinels. And it's not to say that Cloud9's not a great team. They are. They've earned their spot here from the open bracket, but this is Sentinels. This is a grand finalist contending team here, just in pool play, looking like they might not make it out.
Yeah, definitely not what we expected to see, but this is where I have seen this team shine, though, is when their back is absolutely against the wall. That's typically when they do step up. So I think right now we could see a bit of a transformation. But if you're on the side of Cloud9, you want to continue the aggression. You want to continue to apply pressure. Don't let them fall into that comfort zone. Because if Cloud9 can secure this dub, they will certainly find themselves in that championship bracket.
That had to be the comms for Cloud9 in between the start of round 1 and 2 is, guys, run it back, same exact way. Right. Keep the pressure on them, keep doing exactly what we're doing. There's nothing else to talk about, just keep playing our game. As we see that from Cloud9, a good start from Sentinels to earn the first 14 seconds, but it's Cloud9 instead looking to reach the first 30-second checkpoint, as they've got numbers edge, and it's going to trickle down into the scoreboard. It looks like they're going to double up on Sentinels. They're working on a little rotation here as well. Spawns on the C side for Rammyy, and he says, come on through, boys. But the cross, I imagine, is going to be watched from the B rail. But no, Sentinels have nobody there. And the shroud screen is going to allow Sceptify to make it all the way from A to C with the heads-up rotation, doubling up on the lead. And now with that lead, you can reset things and go again.
Yeah, great rotation from Cloud9, just kind of understanding what side of the map Sentinels is spawning, predicting which way they're going to push from, and just pushing out the opposite direction. You can really play keep away on this map, just rotating through the perimeter if you accurately predict. But wow, great shots coming out of Rammyy, kind of coming out on top in a fight he didn't deserve to win.
Rammy's a guy that I really felt like willed his way to the World Championships. With that, was it Team War roster?
Yeah,
great roster, but Rammyy in my eyes he was that dude, and he is that dude, still is, as he sits at 12, 5, and 8. Doesn't have any ball time until now. But I don't think that's his role, right? Rammy's role is to dole out damage, and he's doing just that, playing his game, and Cloud9 are looking better for it. Diagram with the camo to work with. We're not seeing enough sandbox control for Sentinels, not enough map control, oddball control. This one's going the other way quickly as 2 more go down. No, 3 more go down for Sentinels. Last player alive is LethuL, and all he can do is wait for his teammates to respawn. All the while, tick, 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 tick. Cloud9 getting more and more time.
Enemy has the ball.
Tusk, 16 and 8. The player coach. This guy was on pro team as a coach multiple times throughout the last couple of seasons, but look at him slaying out in a major way, calling the shots, rotating the oddball.
Oh my.
He is absolutely on fire this game, and Sentinels need to wake up if they're going to come back in this series, even just this one game. Right now, it looks like Cloud9 just might be too much right now.
This is unbelievable. Sentinels was one of the only 2 teams outside of the defending world champs to not make a roster change, and nobody questioned it. Everybody thought, great, run it back, Sentinels. You guys are them. But it's Cloud9 instead with a potential Game 1 victory, and my goodness, it could get out of hand quickly. 3 go down, though. Sentinels have life, but they need to show much more than what they have in this game so far if they want to come back.
I like what I'm seeing, though. They're sending 2 players immediately into the cafe side, trying to influence those spawns into the PD side. They're going to do a 2-man push to supply pressure to the spawners, but look at this, Rammyy, he's not over there. He spawned at Arcade and somehow dies, though. That's a massive kill from Falcated. If Rammyy is able to kill Falcated in that moment, you have to imagine the rest of Cloud9 was ready to collapse in, but they're going to continue to have to work to finish this round.
That's huge. Falcated essentially earning in a full stalker that Rammyy, like a DoorDash delivery, says, here, take this. Look at that. Make sure you tip. As Falcated earns the double kill. 3 go down, make it a triple as Cloud9 get team wiped and Sentinels have life. Cut this lead in half, and it looks like with one more good strong hold, they could very well regain the lead, regain some composure, most importantly. I feel like the mentals may be the most damaging part of this sequence and performance so far for them, but they are coming back with a vengeance. Huge win there again. 3 more go down. Make it 4. Sentinels with back-to-back team wipes are going to steal the lead.
Wow, look at this. The duo, the roommates, Falcated and bubu. 21 kills and 14. I feel like they came out of nowhere with these kill counts. LethuL and Sparty not slaying out like we're used to. Maybe that's why it's been a little bit more difficult for them in this game so far. But what a massive comeback this has been. The push is on, though, from Cloud9. Sparty's going to have to find a way to throw this ball out into a safer location. He's getting chased. Both the driveway and Commando can't get that ball quite to safety. I think it still sits up at Commando. But they've got several players here, and they're going to try to keep Cloud9 off the ball.
All it takes for Sentinels is one hold, 1 team wipe, 1 rotation, and 1 round win to get right back in this game. And what feels like the series, despite it being so early in it. 2 go down for Cloud9, only 1 for Sentinels. Sceptify looks to maintain his life, but he goes down in the red room, and it looks like Sentinels are going to secure round 2. We got ourselves a tie game.
You said it feels like they need this round to get back in the series, but they need that round to get back in the tournament. They have not won a series yet, and they need this one or they're out. They're gone. So love to see the bounce back here. We'll see if they can win round 3. I feel like that's going to make Cloud9 shake a little bit here. They said, okay, we're fighting a wounded Sentinels. Maybe this is our chance to defeat them, but then Sentinels wake up and suddenly they're ready to play.
Falcated actually set the oddball, or I should say, actually set the kill record in an oddball last season with, I believe it was 45 kills.
No, 60.
Sorry, it was 60. Yeah, it was
62, I think.
I think that's what he's on pace for now. And Falcated, more the same, leading the lobby with 24 slays. He's playing his role, and you're right. If Sparty's not going to be in that MVP caliber performance like we expect from him, Falcated is going to have to pick up the slack, and he's done just that. Now Sparty picks up the camo.
Look at this. Lurking. Takes a very direct route into the setup. I think Cloud9 are ready for it, though. You see them positioning themselves with their backs to that wall, specifically to make sure they can't be assassinated by camo. He gets spotted out, eats 2 stalker shots to the back. Great awareness from Cloud9. Shut down camo right away. And right now, they're going to start round 3 with an early lead here.
All right, Cloud9 answering back. Sentinels get the round 2 win and the opening break win, but Cloud9 regain the oddball and this lead. Sceptify with it at the back of A. You assume if numbers start to dwindle, he might just toss it out through the middle of the map, but instead it's Sentinels pushing through the middle of the map. Tusk in the tires, pushing through, working his way down the B rail and on a flank across the B stairs. Now looking up towards the tires, spots bubu, and this flank is going to allow him the backside of a couple members of Sentinels, and now he's got a collective flank here. 2 players pushing up through the cafe side, 2 on the A side for Sentinels, and it looks like Cloud9 might just win this sequence. Rammyy gets a kill. Tusk stays alive with a repulsor, but he doesn't have another. Yes, he does! Oh my goodness, if not for a 3rd grenade from Falcated, Tusk would have stayed alive and would have been a hell of a play for Cloud9. Nonetheless, they regain the lead and reset that oddball.
I mean, I love the play from Sentinels. Just make sure this guy dies. Throw every grenade on the map at him, please. Get him out of the cafe. They finally do so. It's going to secure this side of the map. Tusk really being a thorn in their side, but he's really been slowed down ever since I called out how he was on fire. He's only gotten 4 kills since then. Called out that he had 16. And that's kind of what you got to do, right? You got to shut down the MVP, current MVP of their team. Well, that momentum just a little bit. Love this play with the repulse. Perfect flank here from Rammyy. Sceptify getting a kill as well, and Sparty and Sparty and Falcated trapped in the tram side of the map. They're going to wait for teammates to come off spawn, but I like the fact that they're fighting out B immediately. That's going to make it easier for their 2 teammates coming off spawn to push out on the other side.
I love the communication from Cloud9 as well. Rammyy recognizing that he has positioning on the Cafe side, means that Sentinels is going to be forced to push through either mid or red room. They call it out preemptively. They know the push is coming, but now on the Cafe side, Rammyy goes down, and that opens up the Cafe for Sentinels. And they're using it to their advantage to regain control of this oddball, but they go 2 down in that push, make it 3. Sparty, last player alive. Does he push through, or does he wait to regroup with his squad? All the while on the ace side, Tusk gonna earn some more time.
Sparty just not feeling like himself right now. We've seen him just pull off the most unbelievable series of slays time and time again, but something's off right now. To me, it might be like a PC thing. You know, there is a difference when you go from your home setup that's tuned perfectly to then having to adjust to a totally new PC environment. Maybe he's feeling different type of input lag. I don't know. Because we see his performance online.
Right.
He's so
and on LAN. Yeah. He's not an online player.
Yeah, no, he's been phenomenal on LAN historically. But I think maybe there's just something not quite right with his setup right now.
Yeah, something's not right for Sentinels. And not right in this match as Cloud9 take a 63 and rolling to 16 lead. And with 2.5 minutes on the clock, Eli, it's not quite there to where you can really play for that time. I think Cloud9 are going to go through and try to secure the 100 seconds, but they don't have to. They're not forced to. They don't have to overextend for it. If anything now, Sentinels, we're going to witness some desperation from them. Sparty earns the camo. He needs to stay alive with this power-up. Could power up a potential comeback, but he goes down right after. Sparty loses his life, loses the camo, and Sentinels might just lose this game.
Cloud9, impressive resilience here. Despite that comeback victory in round 2 from Sentinels, they are swinging even harder, it seems, in round 3. Like I said, you can't let Sentinels fall into their comfort zone. Cloud9 has been constantly surrounding Sentinels from several lanes simultaneously. They seem to be just kind of winning these bait and switch battles, just kind of outplaying Sentinels. Sentinels do have the control right now. The shotgun gonna try to shut that down though. Bulldog starts barking. Diagram gets the kill. Gonna try to rotate back. That's a great kill for Sentinels to pick up. Shotgun player could have caused a lot more problems there.
Sentinels down by 42 seconds. Needing a sequence, but they're not going to get it. They're going to go back to the respawn screen. LethuL's the last player alive, and I feel like Cloud9 are manipulating that 3 down, almost like Quadrant last year, where they force the last member, the last Spartan standing for Sentinels to either have to make a hero play or just wait for spawns. The problem is in Oddball, when you wait for spawns, which is probably the right play to make, you allow 10, 20 seconds on the other side for Cloud9. That's what's taking place. But for now, Falcated has it in his hands and a chance to come back. But with 1:22 on the clock, Sentinels need to get within striking distance, and it looks like they will.
Absolutely. Wow, look at this, though. Who was that? I think that was Skep with the Stalker rifle. Finds a perfect angle to 3-shot the oddball carrier. Bubu's gonna deal some early damage, use himself as bait. Teammate cleans him up. The damage has been done. I mean, just killing their oddball player in that moment was the opening. So Skep with a huge sneaky play, start that opening. Ball really not in anyone's hands firmly just yet. Both teams still fighting for control of the C side of the map. And with 1 minute on the clock, Sentinels got to play well from here on out.
Now the clock is a factor. Every passing second with that oddball on the ground is a second closer to Sentinels going down 0-1 in this series. And I just feel like it's not what you want to see for them. It's deja vu. They need to feel like they've got something different working here today. You can't have any of a repeat performance from day one. And I kind of feel like it looks like it so far here. It's early, only game 1, but this is not good for Sentinels.
I mean, you made a good point earlier when you said some teams benefit from playing through the open bracket. I feel like Cloud9 has to be one of those teams, right? Like, yeah, these guys have been practicing online, but LAN practice is just a different thing, right? Like, you're getting more used to those timings that we talked about that might be a little bit different compared to your online practice. A lot of these guys play on not too great an internet. I know Rammyy specifically has a hard time online because he just doesn't have great internet.
60 ping is his best I think he gets.
Always shows up on LAN, though. This guy's a monster on LAN, so I think a lot of teams were kind of looking past this roster, maybe not giving them credit. You cannot forget how talented these guys can be on LAN.
And don't look past the triplets. 2 out of the 3 making it out of open bracket. Avenue on the side of business, Diagram on the side of Cloud9. Diagram in particular with 105. And the time that matters now is the general clock, regulation clock dwindling away, 63 to 83. Sentinels don't have a chance. They go down 2-1, and that will do it. Cloud9 take game 1 and start to insert a little bit of doubt into Sentinels' hearts and minds. I can feel it. Can you?
I can, man. Honestly, looking at the stats was almost mind-blowing. You look at the side of Cloud9, all of them right around 28, 29 kills. They're all like right there.
Complete the first question, but at 2-4, we're going to switch gears to our main match. Cloud9 up 1-0, and now up 1 in this particular game. But Sparty has the camo. Sparty has already, feels like, more kills than he did in the previous game. And he's got a chance here with the camo. What can he do with it?
You have to imagine there was some type of pep talk for Sparty after that game one. I mean, he himself probably very frustrated. I mean, this guy holds himself to a high standard, right? And if he's not performing and being there for his squad, he's going to be very upset with himself, but hopefully able to take that energy and turn it into a positive type of energy so that he can come back to life and lead the squad to victory.
Yeah, I'm not counting Sparty McFly out. I've seen him perform at a high level way too much. He could be dead in the dirt. 1 HP. Oh, and full opportunity to come back, but we got to start talking about Diagram, hitting the quick scope onto bubu dubu. And with control of the snipe tower, they might just earn a couple more slays, and I know it's a while till that next camo comes up, but this is all preemptive setup here for Cloud9, and it's looking good.
Yeah, this tower control, ever important. Guarantees that you have a good look at camo whenever it comes up. Keep in mind, camo now spawning every 2.5 minutes. QTs every 2 minutes. Don't usually see teams go out of their way to get the QT. It's one of those things that they are just going to get if it's there, if they're there. But look at this rotation from Diagram, going all the way around, maybe sensing that Sentinels are trying to create a defensive stance, want to catch them off guard, and maybe they're going to do so.
I think Sentinels still thinks Cloud9 and Diagram in particular is at the tower. And now he's flipped the map on its head. He might get the side of the head or even the back of the head. He does. Sparty, lucky to have QT, but look at this. Look at the bait as Diagram. Wow. But that sniper ultimately goes down, and Sparty, my God,
what is he doing?
Juking his way to survivability, stays alive. I thought twice he died, but he stays alive and earns another slay. Sparty finding his form, sitting at 4-2, having a much better game 2, and because of that, Sentinels are in the lead, up 3.
I mean, maybe I'm biased from watching Twitter clips, but I feel like Sparty's got to be the best QT player that I've ever seen. He's made more big brain plays with the Quantum Translocator than I think anyone I've seen. And he's continuing to do so. Needs to win this fight against Rammyy. Probably could have won that without trading out if he was just maybe predicting Rammy's strafe a little bit better. But great job for Rammyy to get that trade despite being down in the fight.
Tusk, who coached FaZe at the Halo World Championship, now on the sticks once again with the camo in his suit. A couple shots onto bubu dubu. Falcated collectively combining for that tower control. They've got the nest control as well, but Cloud9 are looking to break through and break it down. Falcated does not have the awareness of that camo. And with the use of the repulsor, Tusk was dead to rights. But instead, not only does he stay alive, but he's got the high ground now.
So he kills Falcated, takes the repulse off of his body, and uses it to stay alive. Huge plays out of Tusk. Feels like he's living on borrowed time here. If he can get any more value out of this life, that's massive. But it's Sparty McFly with the sniper rifle, and he's hitting shots. How many electric clips did we see in the offseason? Not going to see one right now, though, shutting him down. And then also
even
throwing a snipe off the map while the other team has control of the tower, just denying that resource. So massive right now.
That was big. I know Cloud9's down 7, but I still like that heads-up play to not allow Sentinels to run away with it with the snipe. Because you see Sparty with it, you just assume you're going to see an overkill in the feed. 2 go down, though, for Cloud9, and this is the Sentinels we are expecting to see. This is the Sentinels we thought could run through to a potential grand finals here this weekend. They still have life, but they, again, need to win this series. Otherwise, they go home.
Falcated seemingly putting the team on his back when they need it most. Like I said, put up 45 in the last game despite losing. Pick it up right where he left off. He's 13-2, plus 11 margin. Now 14-3. He's absolutely trying to will this team to victory. Sparty definitely woken up here as well. Not quite as much as Falcated, but I mean, who can pace that?
Oh, yeah, what's your kill-death ratio of Falcated? He'll say killing frenzy. He's
right.
plus 10 right now, and that's the difference in this game. With a 7-kill lead for Sentinels, you could argue it's a lot on the back of Falcated and the improved performance here from Sparty here in game 2. As bubu dubu looks to push up, push on through, but he goes down once again. Bubu dubu on the other side having an uncharacteristic game, and it feels like Sentinels, the last thing left for them is to get everybody clicking on the same page. I don't think you can have somebody pick up the mantle. There's not enough players performing at a high level. It's really just Falcated right now. Did he get 16-5 in this Slayer, willing Sentinels in this match.
Wow, Tusk just snagged that camo and got out. That was insane. It was one of the only players alive on his team. I saw 2 go down, and he just ran straight at it and G-slid out, activated it on the other side, and it's a massive thing right now. They're still down by 10, but this could be a catalyst to get them to come back. Right now, he's finding a difficult time just looking for a route to have an impact here.
Falcated's having that, nah, we're not doing this game.
Right.
We're not doing this, guys. We're not going down to the open bracket squad. We're not getting sent home before we get an opportunity to compete in champ bracket. Right now, the only opportunity for Sentinels, the best case scenario, is to go to the lower bracket. So they've got their task out in front of them, but it's going to be difficult. They've got to focus here on Cloud9, winning game 1 rather convincingly, but Sentinels with a convincing potential win here in game 2. Up big, led by Falcated. Once again, nobody's in double digits except for Falcated. 17, 3, and 6. Unbelievable.
I think Sentinels also just secured the sniper as well. Came up at the 6-minute mark. Haven't seen... No, Diagram has it. Diagram needs to stay alive, though. Looks like Sentinels know he has it, but they're not going to sit back and be scared of getting sniped. They're going to continue to apply pressure.
Wow.
And yes, Diagram is deleting them off the map, but all the while, Sentinels still getting kills on his teammates, which are only getting them closer to the finish line.
Sentinels, with this 10-kill lead brought on by that 10-kill KD spread from Falcated, have the opportunity to trade out despite Diagram and what looks like a potential killing spree for him. It might not just be enough if Sentinels are able to chip away and trade out. Still up by 9 here. Multi-possession lead. They're in the driver's seat, feeling comfortable. But they need to secure this. They cannot rest. They cannot assume Cloud9's going to lie down. They aren't.
It's remaining.
Last game, uncharacteristic of Sparty. This game kind of feels uncharacteristic of bubu dubu. Seen him make some somewhat odd solo pushes that like we're not used to seeing. Usually that like patient, controlled, very precise movement around the map.
And if he does get unorthodox, 9 times out of 10, he makes it work somehow.
Right, yes. Having a difficult time making it work right now, but doesn't matter. Falcated still positive 10, 18 and 8.
Insane.
Nearly half his team's kills right now. Low death count to boot. LethuL looking very strong as well. 9 kills, 10 assists, only 5 deaths. That's extremely valuable in a Slayer game. Certainly consequential in the scoreline right now. LethuL gets taken down now, and this is kind of the best Cloud9's looked in a little while. Got 2 dead without losing a player. Now only down 7.
Bubu dubu.
Misses the jump.
Misses the jump, looking to sneak his way through the back of mud. He's got some teammate support, and he misses it twice. Yeah, this is, I'd say not the stat line, but him missing that jump twice to me is more uncharacteristic than anything. Bubu dubu, I recall him against Complexity at one point when we coached him, securing that jump to win 50-49, clutch up. We're not seeing that right now on LAN, unfortunately, but fortunately for Sentinels, Falcated is having himself the performance of the match for Sentinels, or the tournament, I should say, for Sentinels, as they're up by 9, needing 1 kill left to secure a Game 2 victory and a tie in the series.
A much-needed bounce-back win here for Sentinels. Just got to secure this last kill. I would say if they somehow lose this right now, they're out of the tournament for sure, because how can you possibly come back from that? But I think they're just going to force a trade here. There we go. Finally comes through. Suddenly, Sentinels have life in the tournament, and that's what you want to see if you're a Sentinels fan.
Falcated, responsible for more than half of the slays. 26 that he played a part of.
Goodness.
20 via kills. 6 assists as well. Sometimes you assume you get 15 kills in a Slayer. You're lucky to get 5 or more assists, but Falcated really stuffing the stat sheet. And
Tilly Faceplan maybe thinking it's going to be an easier fight than it was, but here we go. Here we go. We are back on board with Sentinels and Cloud9. Now, keep in mind, this was a reset. I'll have to see if we can find out if it's just a full reset or if there's some type of score differential being used here, but right now, looks like the early bit of build time going to Cloud9.
Cloud9 getting on the board first in a crucial Game 3, tied 1-all. Cloud9 getting the opening strike, winning Game 1 convincingly in an oddball where Sentinels didn't really show much life, though in Game 2, Falcated had 20 kills, 6 assists, accounting for half the slays to bring his team right back. He's been the MVP for Sentinels. Does he have another MVP performance in him? If not, this feels like it could be an upset.
If you count Falcated's kills from games 1 and 2, he had 65 total kills in just 2 games. Absolutely willing his team to victory. But right now, it's Cloud9 kind of in the driver's seat. Sentinels has a more favorable spawn, though, which should lead to a stop here. But look at the dance from Rammyy, just dodging grenades. Finally gets taken down. Takes a player to drop in on his head from above. On the other side of the map, a couple of kills going in favor of Cloud9, and Sentinels kind of left reeling here. They're going to have to fight for control of pipes while their teammates come off spawn. Falcated gets a kill, and this might be the opening that they need to get some control in this hill.
Cloud9 looking to strike first, go up 1-0 in this game. 1 minute off the clock, and Tusk pushes on through. Takes down Sparty, looking for the double kill on Falcated. Yes, Tusk! Like a woolly mammoth! Earns the massive double kill. 4 go down for Sentinels, and that's going to earn Cloud9 a likely 1-0 lead.
Not only that, but they should be more likely to get the early rotation. Look at LethuL, though. He knows the situation, knows the hill's about to transition to this seaside, to these blue pipes. Getting here early, trying to get some semblance of control on this side, but also find an angle. I think he's also looking for Sceptify, who has the camo. LethuL finds out where he is, but in the worst way possible, taking damage, and has another member of Cloud9 on him. Cloud9 do a great job to collapse over here, despite Sentinels having the early positioning.
Sceptify, big win. Maintains the last bit of camo. Dissipates, though. But the time continues to tick up for Cloud9. Massive slays there. Tusk with the win on the first hill. Sceptify winning about half on this hill for Cloud9, but they go 2 down. Losing half the squad means Sentinels have the opportunity, but Sparty pushes in a little too early. Cloud9 go 3 down, though, and Sentinels look like they're in position to hold on to the white hall. Bubu dubu with the shock, and he's got plenty of it to work with.
I feel like this guy, one of the best shock rifle users, but certainly one of the best at just getting the shock rifle. I swear, it just, every time you switch to his screen on this map, he's got it in his hands.
No.
Does he get the stick?
Filthy!
He does. Other player does get away, though. Sceptify sneaks away through bottom
How did
middle.
Sceptify survive, though?
Yeah, I think he just dropped off mid-bridge before the nade blew up. But I think Bubu knows that. Trying to gatekeep it. Sentinels do currently have the hill. For now, though, Falcated gets taken down. Was using that shroud for cover. Bubu knows that this player's somewhere in the hill. Trying to bait him into walking into his reticle, but can't land the shot. 3 members of Cloud9 in the hill, and they're looking to just overpower it with sheer gunfire.
3 go down for Sentinels. Falcated, the last player alive, but he goes down staggered out. Blender potential here for Cloud9. Eli, they're going to go up 2-0, and again, earning this team wipe at this location and time on the map could earn the early rotation. They're going to have a little bit of meat left on the bone, though, as Sentinels spawn up. Their decision is, do we GG go next, or do we fight helplessly the final seconds of hill time? Look at this. This is manipulation here from Cloud9, letting it get to the 99th percentile. They're going to allow Sentinels to think they can steal this hill. And if they wipe Sentinels, they are going to earn that early rotation. And next they do! 3 go down for Sentinels.
Oh.
Diagram earns the camo. And that should be it. Rammyy could earn the hill all by himself. And he does.
Gonna be very curious to see where Sentinels spawns, though. Looks like they got a nice even spread across both gold and the A side, which is exactly what you want for this hill. They do want to fight into that elevator quickly. As they do, they take down Tusk. Sceptify still contesting the elevator side. That's the most important part of the map to hold for this hill, just to guarantee the other team doesn't spawn behind you. Bubu gonna take these angles from the hill. This is definitely one of the easier hills to fight from, so Bubu able to output lots of damage while also accumulating that hill time.
Sentinels down 0-2 in this game, but they earn the first 50% on hill number 3 and continue rolling. Now with positioning, Sparty walking down the backside, looking to protect and defend the hill. But for now, with everybody alive, they're going to play for that opening break strike. LethuL gets it. Sceptify goes down, Sparty goes into the hill, and Sentinels continue to score.
I think Sparty was intentionally staying in the elevator until he was certain those players on Cloud9 had spawned up. After seeing they had spawned, knows he can safely move into the hill without worrying about them spawning behind him. Getting some hill time here. They're actually quite close to already capping this with burning very little time off the clock. That bodes very well for them after going down 2-0, and Sentinels are very much back into this now.
Right back in it. And how huge is that? You can't go down 3-0. That's it. If Cloud9 take that lead with 2.5 left, instead, we got ourselves a ball game, a 1-score game. Plenty of time left on the clock and plenty of opportunity for Bubu Dubu here to earn those cross-map battle rifle shots, utilizing it perfectly. He should win this battle against Sceptify, but no, Rammyy sneaks up underneath through the camo and takes him down.
A little bit of tunnel vision there from Bubu. I mean, I understand the thought, like you don't want that player to get damage on your teammates as you cross, but You have to think he made enough space already. Could have probably just crossed into the C side after forcing that player down. You can always deal with him later. Rammyy taking advantage of that attention. Gets the slay. Sentinels continuing to spawn on the A side. The good news is Cloud9 have not been able to get much hill time at all yet, and they're able to break into the C side. Can they get the slays here, though?
This is really tough for me, Eli, just based on the eye test and what we know. Falcated is not having a superhero performance here in Game 3, and we said that was about the only way from what we've seen so far that Sentinels could win this game in this series. Falcated, a mere mortal here in Game 3, and Sentinels going to need much more what we saw in Games 1 and 2 if they want to come back down 1-2 in this match. And they could go down 1-2 in the series.
You might think that little break they had after the reset might have cooled off.
Him.
Yeah, I mean, he was red hot while they were still playing.
That was 30 minutes, it felt like. We got a couple of games in before we got back to this series, so not sure exactly what occurred on the other side, but Falcated is absolutely cooled down, as to have Sentinels as they go for it down. Diagram earns the final spree. Sparty a little staggered out. And these are forcing blender positions and potential here for Cloud9. They're looking to finish strong. If they go up 3-1 with 1 minute left, Eli, I don't think there's enough time left for Sentinels.
This is a major gut check moment for Sentinels. Do you force it? Do you try to get the select? Oh, look at this, though. They get 2 dead as it rotates, but this bottom mid hill definitely one that is very difficult to sit in without burning too much time off the clock.
It's going to be a minute and a half before they score this hill, Eli, and at 1-3, I don't know if Sentinels have the time and space on the map. They don't have the lives, that's for sure. 2 go down. Cloud9 with all 4 still alive, and that's going to continue on. 3 go down for Sentinels. Staggered out is Sparty. Again, the last Spartan standing, and he might not be standing for much longer. In a long-range fight with Diagram, does enough to get a good amount of damage as he continues on through the long haul, pushes through. Sparty looking to set up on the C platform, but he doesn't recognize the 2 players for Cloud9 right behind him.
Tries to force it a little bit too hard there. You got to know that Cloud9 are just going to be playing that positioning on the C side.
They're baiting.
Yeah, they only stepped in the hill right there to grab the camo. Tusk is going to get away with it. But yeah, I mean, with 45 seconds on the clock, even if Sentinels do secure this hill, the next one moves to batteries, which is also very easy for Cloud9 to just sit back and bait it.
This is all bait. And I guess if you're Sentinels, you got to recognize that. I got to check my corners because Cloud9 aren't going to be stepping in this hill. Cloud9 are going to be positioning themselves to earn the back smacks, which they just about do right there. Tusk trades out with the camo. Normally not a great play, but up 1-3 with 30 seconds left. They'll take it. 3 go down, though, for Cloud9. And Sentinels have to maintain continuous control of this hill. They need, at minimum, 30 seconds left. If they're to make it a 2-3 game, any more seconds off the clock just makes it more and more unlikely that they can come back.
Gonna have to secure some slays first, though. It's a step-by-step process. Step 1, get the slays. Step 2, get in the hill. Step 3, stay alive. Step 4, get ready for the next. It's got to all be perfect execution. This looks doable right now to at least send it to that batteries hill, but they're gonna have to play that hill perfectly, even if they get to that point.
Sentinels back against the wall, needing perfect, flawless Halo, and extending out to earn those slays does not work in Sentinels' favor. The clock continues to tick away at the 99 percentile.
What?
LethuL with the windmill finally gets the last shot, but is the moment, is the pressure starting to mount for Sentinels? I can almost palpably feel it for them.
I don't know, it kind of looked like that guy was supposed to die to me, and I think that's probably what LethuL is thinking. That guy probably should have died, but it's all good. They can go next. I will say, looking at this, Argyle, Flag,
that sets up for Sentinels,
Aqua
right?
Slayer, yeah, this actually is quite good for Sentinels. I mean, I've always considered Sentinels to be one of the better Argyle Flag teams in the game. I mean, I feel like players like Falcated, Sparty, they know how to control the vents, which are so important on this. They're also very good with the grapple. We'll probably see some grapple flag runs. But on the side of Cloud9, haven't really seen them on this game type. You know, they're not usually in this position to be studied as much as the other teams, but I mean, they're proving that they deserve to be here.
Man, if Cloud9 are going to do it, if Cloud9 are going to send Sentinels home in top 16, I have to collect myself there because, again, that just does not sound real. A lot of people pinging Sentinels as a top 3 potential finisher here this weekend, and my goodness, they might not even get to 3 wins in any of these series. This is unbelievable, but again, Cloud9 are going to have to earn it, and I think that'd be the case regardless of what games 4 and 5 look like, Eli, but like you said, this sets up really well as a get-back, bounce-back game for Sparty and the use of that sniper rifle. He's going to have the chance to do just that on Argyle.
I think you're right. I mean, if you think back to One of the most exciting games that we saw in these open bracket offseason tournaments was Sentinels versus Optic on Aqua Slayer. Game 5, Sentinels win it by 1 single kill to send Optic into top 6. That's why Optic started this tournament as 5th seed, was because of Sentinels, right? So, I mean, you have to think they obviously can't look a step ahead, but I kind of got to give them the edge in that Aqua TS should they get there.
Argyle, CTF up next, and it's going to take multiple team wipes. It's going to take the process being played perfectly, and I almost feel like Sentinels getting baited into playing the process a little too quickly because they're not getting the slays that they're used to from not only Sparty, but even Falcated in that last game. He had just previously earned 65 kills in games 1 and 2, and there in game 3 just did not look the same because of it. Cloud9 are able to take it. All right, here we go. Game number 4. Sentinels down 1-2 in the series. Cloud9 looking to advance even further beyond the open bracket, potentially into champ bracket, and they're looking good after Sceptify's headshot, but lose numbers in the process. A team wipe, in fact, for Sentinels gives them the opening break win.
LethuL already 3-0. Strong start out of Sentinels. Also shut down opposing team sniper player. If they're able to also steal that sniper, we know how deadly Sentinels can be with 2 snipers in their hands. Right now, Rammyy trying to play off the back foot here. Tries to get some space on the pistol side, gets shut down. Sceptify comes out spawn, takes out LethuL, who I think also had a sniper. At the end of this brawl, it's going to be very interesting to see who has that ever-important sniper control.
1 minute off the clock, and the battle is for the mid-map once again, and Sentinels win it with the snipe. Sparty looking more like Sparty, at least in the feed. The headshot on Sceptify. Rammyy trying to bring his team back, but no, they do not have the numbers. They do not have the positioning. This is going to be an easy 1-0 start for Sentinels. Looking good on that mini reverse sweep comeback.
I know we love to watch the flag go in, but man, I wish we were on Sparty's screen for that killing spree to start it off with some insane snipes. I just saw headshot after headshot in that kill feed. That's exactly what we're used to seeing from Sparty. Sceptify and his teammate trying to roll through and get some control.
Oh, Sparty's on one.
Sparty definitely has woken up. 6-1. Like I said, I feel like this map is kind of his playground. Whenever I've seen him on it, doesn't matter LAN, online, matchmaking, tournament play, this guy is always putting up insane numbers on this map.
Cloud9 up 2-1 in the series, but the next 2 games set up really well for Sentinels, and they're showing just that here in the opening moments of game number 4 with a 1-0 lead, and Tusk on the other side. Again, a battle for mid-map as he ventilates, or excuse me, works his way up to the ventilator system. They take 3 down. Falcon is the last player alive. He goes down, and Cloud9 are right back in it.
Yeah, but that's a massive kill from bubu dubu right there. Just slowing down the push just ever so slightly and also staying alive. He does get taken down, but you have to think if he didn't stop that player, this flag could have already been pulled. So
100%.
Great defensive effort here from Sentinels.
Yeah, that was a massive play there from bubu dubu. 1 kill can sometimes make all the difference, as we see just that. Cloud9 seemed like they had the advantage on the map to push through and at least pull. They're not even going to do that. Instead, they're going to have to start that battle again for mid-map control, but they got to worry about Sparty laying in wait.
Got to worry about the snipers too. The snipers came up at the 9:30 mark. I think bubu dubu has it for the side of Sentinels. Not sure who has the Cloud9 sniper right now, but keep an eye on that kill feed. Yeah, bubu dubu hits the body shot. Sparty in perfect position to land the kill. Bubu gets a headshot as well, and you have to think the Sentinels might start to make some progress into the Cloud9 base.
Sentinels are starting to look like Sentinels, and that spells trouble for Cloud9. They go 2 down, all 4 up for Sentinels as Sparty continues to push on through. Like a VIP. Oh my god! Bubu dubu protecting him with the snipe, but instead it's Tusk who takes down Sparty with the headshot. Bubu dubu takes offense to that, pushes up towards Tusk, but he goes down, gets stuck by LethuL. Cloud9 earning a few more slays. But now, after that slay from bubu, things reset 2v2 for now, and again, mid-map being vied for. Sceptify on the other side with 9 shots to work with, so he's not only got his snipe, but he's stolen the other as well.
This is a overstacked sniper. Skep needs to play his life here in a more meaningful way. Looks like LethuL knew where he was, but it doesn't matter. Body shot, bandit combination hits. Skep's gonna play his life bottom middle. This is a little bit sneaky, right? A little bit less likely to expect him to be there. That's why he takes that route, but still facing pressure. Finally gets his shields back and he used the grapple to quickly rotate into safety. I think this is where he's gonna set up shop until he loses the sniper.
A little bit harder. to hit shots like this. What a shot from Sceptify. Shoots through the thrust, the fire blowing down. And that's a fire headshot for him as he's sitting here at 10, 3, and 4. QT in the suit, I would imagine, of Sparty, as he's got it more often than not. Nonetheless, it's in Sentinel's favor. As to is the lead, as this one's got about 5 minutes off the clock. But if Sceptify can earn a couple more of these headshots, we could see the first pull for Cloud9.
Did you say his snipe was fire? Aren't we a little too old for that lingo? That's young man lingo, Hunter.
That's literally what I saw.
You're right, it was fire. Regardless, he does get taken down. LethuL still holding this line here, mid-map. It's going to go top, middle. Seeing if he can get a kill here, but just kind of rotating back and forth, probably listening to call-outs. It's definitely an awkward position to find yourself in. There's two massive doorways that someone could travel through. He's trying to protect both simultaneously. Bubu controlling the vent system. Like I said, Sentinels just kind of prioritize and win this fight for the vents so frequently, no matter who their opposition is. Tusk with another sniper, though, and he's been really impressing me. I feel like his snipe is something that people don't really talk about. His individual skill isn't talked about enough, but this guy's been making plays all tournament so far.
Tusk with the snipe and plenty of shots to work with. Great recognition of low shields there from LethuL. Lines up the center mass body shot to take him down. As Cloud9 have their first pull. Tusk with a couple more slays could get that flag a little bit further on the map, as he does a good job to take down bubu, but the flag gets reset nonetheless. Nice defense here from Sentinels and a nice snipe from Sparty. Let's switch to his POV. There we go.
Thank you, Observer. We want to see this man with the snipers. Only got 4 bullets left. Here we go. He's going to get one no scope to the body. He gets taken down. I think he also gives a snipe bullet to the other squad as well. So not as effective as we're used to seeing from Sparty. We'll see if bubu can maybe do something with this sniper. He's going to try to return this flag. It's not in a great spot. You don't want to stand out in the open like this. Somehow doesn't even get looked at, though. Looks like Cloud9 maybe wrote that off as going home and decided to just play for map positioning instead.
2 pulls for Cloud9, but 2 easy resets for Sentinels, as the sniper control has been strong. And Eli, that's exactly what we set up, was the advantage of Sentinels. They got a ton of gunnies, a ton of riflemen with the snipe, and they've done well with it. Bubu popping off, Sparty popping off, and really, if you could just get LethuL and Falcated going with it, they'd have a full array of snipers on the squad popping off with it. But for now, it's bubu with 1 shot left. He's not going to be able to make much use out of it just for now. Looking to stay alive, reposition, and take down Sceptify, but he sneaks away. No, he does not. He goes down shortly after. Now Rammyy at low shields doesn't have much help. He should go down shortly after, and numbers are starting to grow here for Sentinels.
And we talked about Sentinels being so good at this map, but I'm starting to think about it. It's because it's kind of a step-by-step game type. You know, they are so good at making sure, playing patiently, playing disciplined through each step of the equation, slowly inching their way across the map. If they ever fall into disadvantage, maybe taking a few steps back and then getting a few kills and moving a few steps forward. Right now, Cloud9 are trapped in their base, but Sentinels don't see the opening yet to pull the flag. They're playing it step by step. And it's not the end of the world if they don't get a flag pull. As long as they keep Cloud9 pinned in their base, Cloud9 can't really do anything about it.
If Sentinels want to climb back to the top of the mountain, the summit, you could call it, as I'm sure he's watching somewhere in the gaming universe, they're going to need to play good defense here for the final 4 minutes. But the ventilation control has been the difference. Sentinels has had somebody there occupying the space the entire match, and it's made the difference, however little it is. 1-0, but LethuL goes down. Just as we talk about the vents, it looked like Cloud9 have it for now.
Diagram with the suicide in the kill feed. Not sure if it was to his own grenade or if he fell off the map. Probably off the map, knowing this game mode. We've seen some of the best in the world do it. Renegade.
Oh! Sceptify! Jump shot, headshot! Has a repulsor to use as well. And Eli, the equipment is so important on this map. He does secure it. Can he secure another slay? A no scope, no less. No, for now. He goes down to no shields, but maintains his life. How did he sneak in a body shot? I didn't see that hit.
That was that shot that you said he was fired. It looked almost like a shot to burn ammo, but he actually hit somebody with it. So, wow, very impressive stuff from Skep. He's been the one keeping this team alive in this game, by the way. 18 and 11. Most kills in the entire lobby by a wide margin. And they've got the flag out. This one looks to go all the way home. Only player left alive on the side of Sentinels to stop it is bubu, but he gets spotted out and taken down for some great shots from Diagram. suddenly it's tied up. Sentinels do not have this in the bag yet.
C9 tie it at 1, 3 minutes less than that on the clock, and what felt like full control, Eli, for the entirety of the match is now a tied game, and you're making Sentinels sweat a little bit. You're making Sentinels visit the respawn screen once again as Cloud9 have a slight numbers edge, and they're pushing through with it.
New sniper rifles are up in 20 seconds. To me, that is going to be the deciding factor. If somebody can score again in regulation, you have to imagine it's going to be off the back of securing their own sniper, or potentially stealing the enemy sniper, throwing it off the map. Just give yourself that resource advantage. Slay's trading out across both sides. Snipers are coming up right now. Can Sentinels throw off the Cloud9 sniper?
bubu gets the kill on Tusk. That's going to open up potential double control of the snipes. bubu might not just be looking to throw it off the map. He's going to look to control it instead. Wow, and all eyes are on him.
Yeah, they're just sitting in the back of the base. Yeah, you got to wonder what else is Sentinels doing while all this attention is on bubu.
Everyone's looking at bubu. You thought maybe that would allow them to push up on the map. It does. Okay, there we go. There's Sparty. There's bubu, but he goes down!
Oh.
Huge shots cross map from Rammyy. Spur life for them. 3 go down for Sentinels, and now Cloud9, with 90 seconds left, have life.
Someone's going to have to rotate and grab that sniper. Looks like Tusk has it. He's got it in the hands. There is a sniper on the side of Sentinels as well. Looked like they were maybe in a snipe off. Tusk still has this, still has plenty of ammo to work with. Only a minute left on the clock. They want to make an opening right here, right now. Would rather win this now than go into OT. But the defense looking very strong from Sentinels right now.
1 minute left, tied at 1. Sentinels, if they go down here, go down and out at top 16. Don't even get a chance to compete in the championship bracket. And Eli, the consequences could be far greater than just a lowly top 16. But for now, Sentinels stay alive and stay as a team of 4.
Yeah, I mean, no one really having a bad game this time either. Everyone's kind of stepping up, but you could say the same thing about Cloud9. Well, while Rammyy doesn't look great in the kill department, it seems like every kill he's got has been consequential.
That's
yes,
right.
And he got the flag run. So
he opened up the run, scored the tying flag. As less than 30 seconds are left on the clock. This one feels like both teams playing for OT.
Yeah, I don't think either team is going to have enough of an advantage to comfortably run a flag. Keep in mind, if you're desperate for that flagpole and activate OT and die, sometimes the other team can counter off of it. So I think, yeah, both teams probably would rather just let this one go to OT, but looks like a little bit of a last-minute push here, but definitely not in position to pull it. We're going to overtime.
Sudden death. Overtime. As Jeff Steitzer sets the stage for the final 5 minutes of what could be Sentinels' competitive life here, starting off with LethuL pushing up off the sniper side of the map. These opening break slays is going to be so crucial. The opening break win won't necessarily net you a win here, but it inches you much closer to victory as Falcated earns the opening break, takes down Diagram. As I believe we'll have a reset there, guys. Unfortunate observer crash.
Oh no.
As that hurt.
That one hurts.
We're gonna do our best to get you guys back into that. Let's head back to Alpha though for the time being. We're gonna look to regroup, reset on OT. Oh, never mind. Observer stays alive, respawns, revitalizes the chance to witness what could be an incredible finish here. 4 minutes left. Both teams still with an opportunity here. 2 down on each side, but it's Diagram with the snipe. Does he hit the headshot? No. Falcated inches away with his life, and Diagram continues on with plenty of shots to work with.
This is why we have a second observer in the lobby, just in case. You can tell the settings are a little different. FOV, screen shake. Hey, we're going to go.
Whatever.
It's all good. We're in the game. That's all that matters. Going to rotate through here with the sniper rifle on board with Diagram. And this guy, I feel like Diagram's that dude to just make it happen when it matters most. Hits a huge kill. Shoots those grenades in case the player is chasing his one-shot teammate. And look at this. He's already in the base of Sentinels. Knows his player's one-shot. Probably looking to hit this slay on Sparty, but Sparty too smart. Tusk takes him down.
Though, and Diagram gets another slay. LethuL trades out, but not before going 3 down. Falcated, last player alive, and the last hope for Sentinels to stay alive in this tournament, but 2 go down for Cloud9, and for now, the flag is going to wait just outside the Sentinels base. They got the stop just when they need it.
Yeah, that was looking real dicey for Sentinels, but Last player alive makes the heroic effort to slow down that flag player. Falcated still alive from that place, picking up slays, controlling the vent system that's been so good for them. By the way, next set of snipers up again in 10 seconds. Bubu's got one from the prior set of snipers that spawned. But this next set of snipers is going to be very important.
Next score wins. 2.5 minutes left here in sudden death. Eli, we've already got to cast one double OT. Are we about to see another? Rammyy goes down to low HP. LethuL takes the high ground in the ventilator system and looks for now to just stay alive, maintain that ever crucial mid-map control. Now with more shots on the diagram, he cleans him up. And it looks like if LethuL can stay alive, no, he goes down. So too does Sparty. And Cloud9, it feels like multiple times in this game, in this series, when it looks like things are swinging the other direction, they find life, they get the team wipe. Falcated's the last player alive. He goes down staggered, and Cloud9 will have the chance to earn the snipe and this next pull.
They've got 2 snipers right now, Tusk and Seth, both with snipers. A lot of damage on the side of Cloud9 though. Sparty's gonna clean one of them up. Skep gonna lose that sniper. Tusk goes down as well. These were both the snipers. They just got taken out almost at the same time. Diagram picks one of them up, trying to play defense from the bottom of the base. Not really a great place to do so. Doesn't have many options though. Rammyy picking up a kill on Sparty, gets traded out. This one's going back and forth.
90 seconds left, still tied, but it feels like Cloud9 have the slays and the momentum to get a last-second pull, a heroic potential play to secure the game and this series win. As LethuL stays alive at the bottom mid location, but he goes down 2v2 for now. QT up at 10, and Tusk just looking to stay alive. Again, re-control that mid-map, but my gosh, Eli, this one, I feel like we're barreling towards OT2.
Feels like it. Just a minute left on the clock. QT is going to be up. Hard to find value out of it on this map. Also a bit risky to even go for. You know, mid-map, very easy to look at. But both vents currently in control of Cloud9. They can land some slays here from this advantageous positioning. Could be what they need. 2 kills go in favor of Sentinels, though. And with 40 seconds, can they even get a pull here? We'll have to see.
Uh-oh. 3 go down for Cloud9. Tusk, the last player alive. Looking to make a hero play as he takes down Sparty, and that's massive. Much like when bubu dubu stopped Cloud9 as the last player alive, it felt a lot like that, as we're not even going to see a flag out, despite what looked like strong presence and control from Sentinels. 20 seconds left.
Look at this positioning from LethuL, just playing patiently. They're not going to desperate for that flag pull. They'd rather just go to a reset than force something that ends up biting them. Both teams know how important this is.
No!
But wait, Sentinels have the flag out. They must have G-slid it out for it to be mid-map already. Or a grapple play. Was that a grapple play from bubu?
I think so, but Sceptify has the steal. He takes down bubu dubu and stops that run for now. Diagram now, low HP, takes down a low HP Sparty, and the desperation not gonna be enough for Sentinels as they try as they might. Aren't able to get that flag through the mid-map, and my gosh, Eli, did it look like they might just have had some last-second heroics, but instead, we're heading back to a second OT. We need multiple resets in multiple games to decide the outcomes of these matches. That's how close and competitive Halo is. All right, here we go. A full reset, but it's sudden death. Next score wins as Rammyy pushes up along the left side of the map. The opening break could open up an opportunity for Cloud9 to upset Sen.
Yeah, it definitely looks like opening strat successful so far for Cloud9. That's certainly in firm control of mid-map. Diagram positioning himself in front of the base, ready to pull a flag. Should they get more slays? They do. Skep with the headshot.
This could end quickly.
And look at this. They're in perfect positions for the spawn kills, and this looks very bad for Sentinels. All they have to do, if you're Cloud9, is find the spawners and apply pressure. They're exactly doing that.
If Sparty goes down, it's over. If Sparty doesn't get a chance to push forward on the map, it's over. And Cloud9 quickly are going to win OT2 and send Sentinels home as top 16 finishers in the HCS opener. Sentinels not even going to get a chance to compete in the championship bracket. I am at a loss for words, Eli.
None of us, not a single person expected this. Sentinels, one of the most consistent performers in all of the offseason. Top 3 in the qualifier.
A 1 seed.
Amazing.
This is the first time a 1 seed's ever gone home, right? A 1 seed's never not made it to champ bracket. Yes, they're a 1 seed, Eli, in Pool C. How?
Oh, right, yeah.
How?
Yeah, you're probably right, actually.
This is history.
To have the number 1 seed in your pool and finish top 16. I don't think that has
We've
ever
never
happened.
seen that before in, I know Halo Infinite, but maybe even Halo history. I hate to go that far back, but this is an unprecedented result